Welcome Transformer fans, my name is Composite Enerjoe and today I'll be bringing you my review of the Transformers Bumblebee movie Energon Igniter's Speed Series, bit of a mouthful, Cliffjumper. And here he is in his alt mode, which is a red Volkswagen Beetle. And just gonna say it now, Cliffjumper here is just a straight repaint of the Speed Series Volkswagen Beetle Bumblebee. No changes as far as I'm aware, even the head sculpt is exactly the same. So yeah. So here it is, and it's a very nicely detailed car for like its size. Look carefully, he's got a little molded in windshield wipers and the VW logo right there. Very nice, very nice. And like all of the Energon Igniters, which is a feature as part of the Bumblebee movie toy line, they are compatible with these Energon cores, which are called Energon Igniter cores. Which, how these work is that you attach them to each of the figures in their vehicle modes or their alt modes, and you push this down and it causes them to move. In this case, you just plug it in here, put it down, and then push the button. It just causes it to move. Try one more time. And out of all the ones that I've reviewed, I don't know if it's this mold or maybe this specific Cliffjumper or what have you. It doesn't work. This feature does not work. The whole gimmick of the Energon Igniters line does not work well with this Cliffjumper. Again, it could just be this one figure whose wheels kind of get stuck because you can see he doesn't roll well. Well, all of the other figures could roll. So, yeah, I don't know. So, enough about that. Let's get on with the transformation. First, you just snap it in half to fold out the legs. Separate. And you get your finger in here to flip out the feet. Flip out. Come on, flip out. There we go. Flip out the feet. Then for this part, you put your nail in there and you pop, there we go. You pop out the arms and lower them. Then you just fold down and click the hood into place. And if you want to, you can kind of move this back. And that's it. And there we have Cliffjumper in his robot mode, and again, as you can see, it's just a red Bumblebee. It's a nice head sculpt, but that's clearly Bumblebee. For articulation, it's not much. Each arm is on a ball joint. The legs are on a ball joint with a bend, with a very weird knee bend. Plus, the feet can kind of go up and down, but that's more for transformation. And that's it. Nothing else to say. This is going to be a pretty short video. For size comparison, let me bring in my good old buddy Ratchet. Ratchet with his quarter. There we go. And there. I think for a Legion class, he's pretty... I think he's taller than the average Legion class. Maybe. They kind of made his legs a little longer. But, yeah, he's pretty small. Now, what else? I guess an interesting factoid about Cliffjumper here is that Cliffjumper being, in terms of the movie style figures, a Cliffjumper being red Bumblebee hasn't happened since 2008 with the deluxe class All Sparks Powers Cliffjumper, which was a repaint of what was it called? The Battle Blade Bumblebee from the first movie's toy line. So yeah, since then, all the way since then, we haven't had a red Cliffjumper as a red Bumblebee repaint since the first movie. Since the first movie's toy line, I mean. And that's pretty interesting. The other thing that's kind of confusing, and I think overall the figures this figures I think is okay. The proportions I think are a little weird. And I am disappointed that the this function barely works on this figure. Again, it could just be my specific version, my specific copy here. Or it could be this specific figure, or it could be the mold, I am unsure. But another little factoid is that even though this Cliffjumper and the previous ones in the movie line is just Red Bumblebee, Cliffjumper appears in the Bumblebee movie. He does in the very beginning of the movie where he's being interrogated by Shatter and Dropkick. And he looks more like Cliffjumper, as Cliffjumper would look like, with the more triangular face and horns instead of these things. Instead of these antennae looking things, they're like pointed up at an angle, from his head, and they resemble more like horns as what Cliffjumper would usually have. So yeah, just weird. I feel they should have at least given us a different head sculpt to match up with how he appears in the movie, because Cliffjumper does appear in the movie. So yeah, that's it. So overall, it's a pretty solid, it's a neat little figure. It's okay. So yeah, this has been my review of the Transformers Bumblebee movie Energon Igniters Speed Series Cliffjumper. This is Composite Enerjoe signing off. Peace out.